Hey, this is Joshua Jarvis with GeorgiaHomesDigest.com. That's GAHomesDigest.com. And today I want to give you the real estate update for September 2010, basically covering all the months back from August and July and all that. So first off, I want to talk to you about short sales. AtlantaShortSaleListings.com is our site for short sales, and as you know, we're one of the leaders and premier short sale specialists in the Atlanta area. But what I wanted to tell you is that timelines are getting shorter and the guidelines are getting clearer as far as how to do the short sales and who can qualify and who can't. If you know someone that's struggling with their mortgage, you owe it to them to let us talk to them and talk to them about their options. We don't just do short sales. We'll definitely walk them through the loan modification process or anything else they're going through. The other thing I want to tell you is that for people who are thinking of buying right now, if you know you got a cousin or somebody that's thinking about buying, if they're not in Georgia, it doesn't matter. This is an FHA guideline change in October 4th. They are going to change and they're going to increase that mortgage insurance premium, which means that they can't buy a home if their payments or the amount put down is going to go up. So now is the time to act. These changes always happen, and I always say now is the time to act. But definitely, if you're going to buy the house in the next 60 days, you might as well buy it in the next 30 days. And just as an important reminder, if the rate goes up 1%, that's almost the equivalent of a $20,000 price increase. So that $150,000 home you were looking at, the rate goes up. Now you're looking at $130,000 homes. So just let the people that you know that are buying. If they're not using the Jarvis team, that's fine. If you're not buying for a little while, that's fine. But if you know people out there that are buying, they're in different states or different cities, then just let them know that this stuff, they need to be on top of this stuff, especially with the way the market is right now. The other thing is that with the short sales getting easier, obviously more people are buying those, and one of the vehicles I wanted to share with you that's really powerful is using your IRA to buy property. Now, I've talked about this before in my networking groups and with some of my select clients, but if you're curious about using your IRA to buy real estate, just give me a call or shoot me an email, reply back. I'm going to send this into an email out to all of you. And so just reply back to that and say, I'm curious about that. Let's talk about it. There's some major risks involved as far as how you do it, but it could be very, very, very lucrative. You could buy a house for 20 grand. You got $50,000 in this IRA. Buy a house for 20 grand, fix it up, put 10,000 into it, and then just let it cash flow and get it back up there. And especially if you're not earning any money on that, that's a great way to go. In keeping with that, we've also teamed up, as we mentioned last time, with Peter Pasternak and Brian from A&E's Flip This House. We're all looking at flipping houses in Atlanta, and you can still do that. The last one we looked at was $20,000. We're going to have to put about 80 grand into it, so we're going to sink $100,000 into this house. But if we sold it at $200,000, we would sell it in 30 days because everything else in there that had been rehabbed was selling in the $225, $250 range. So really a good investment there. And we are looking for more investors that want to team up with us, or people that have homes and just want to get rid of them. Those could be great buys too. So anyway, thanks for watching. One thing I want to leave an update for you guys that are in Georgia, you know that our office is in Gwinnett County. And what I wanted to tell you is that the market sales, the sales that are not mitigated by a lender, are still outpacing the REO sales pound for pound. So people are still buying new home construction and then regular homes and not buying foreclosures. So definitely, if you have a house, you've got to price it. And here's the thing that's going to scare you, though, is that even though we have these sales, about a third of the homes that we have on the market are being sold. So in August, we listed about 1,500 to 1,600 homes. Meanwhile, we only had 300 sales. That's pretty big. So 300 to 500 sales actually. So that's combined number from residential, like the regular stuff, and then also the foreclosure. So if you know anyone that can use a great realtor, we'd love to be their choice. But we also want to be able to answer the questions. Feel free to email us your questions to cover in the next one or to cover personally. Thanks for watching, and check us out at GeorgiaHomesDigest.com.